Without a doubt, the Succession War arc is the most complicated arc in the world of Hunter x Hunter. Yes, it is more complicated than the arc where bugs use phagogenesis, whatever that is. Actually, there is a video that I'm going to drop about phagogenesis. You should subscribe, because when this video drops, you have to see it. But yeah, hear this. Some bugs use phagogenesis to take on the traits of the organisms that they eat and then become the pinnacle of evolution. That's light work compared to the Succession War arc. So in this video, we are going to talk about each story thread in the Succession War. Without going into details, each aspect of the story deserves its own video, and yes, also, there is a video that is going to drop for each storyline, so subscribe! Become a part of the Hunter Society, because, there's a hiatus at the moment. You should enjoy the Hunter x Hunter content until the next chapter drops. Now, for me, the main story of this arc was thought to be the Beyond Netero / Jing story. I mean, that's what we had set up in the previous mini arc called the Dark Continent Expedition arc. But no, turns out that Beyond Netero is one small gear, overturning this whole arc. And from the start of this arc, Beyond Netero appeared like a handful of times. As for Jing, no appearance. So, since the start of the voyage to the Dark Continent, we don't even know where he is. And Beyond Netero is in a cell, being surveilled by hunters. And yeah, that's that. That's the story thread of Beyond Netero. Of course, in chapter 401, we get a huge reveal in relation to Beyond Netero's and his children. But that belongs to another storyline, in my opinion. Now let's go to number 2, the actual Succession War. The Kakin Empire is a weird place. Like, really, really, really weird. And also, the Nen tied to the Kakin is special, unlike anything we ever saw in Hunter x Hunter before. So, what is a Succession War? The voyage of the Dark Continent is led by the Kakin Empire, and the current king, King Nasubi, has 14 kids. 14 legitimate kids. And now it is the time to crown a new king. And the ceremony to crown a new king is done by participating in the Succession War, which is a cute way of saying all of the other princes must die and one must remain in order to become the king. Which, you might say, I'm glazing a little bit, but it is a very genius way to crown a king. I mean, judging by what is going on in the history of the humanity, the real history of humanity, having a bunch of successors of a specific kingdom, it always leads to bloodshed. So having this sort of mechanism to choose a rightful successor with hiding the bad stuff, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like either way, there's going to be a bloodshed. So why not make it fun while preserving our image to the rest of the world? More will be explained in its own video. A Succession War fueled by post-mortem Nen, old relics, and Nen Beast. It is awesome, confusing, and terrifying at the same time. That's what we can call the main arc of the story. A sub-story is Kurapika's story. When people say that Kurapika is the new main protagonist of the story of Hunter x Hunter, I somewhat disagree. The state of Hunter x Hunter at the moment, or you can say all along, is not an MC-focused shonen. It is the world that is the main character. Yes, Kurapika is very important, but there are so many branches of the story at the moment that you sometimes forget that he is even there. There's a lot of stuff going on at the moment that Kurapika, Prince Wobble stuff, yes. And yeah, that's what he's doing at the moment. He is the guard of 14 Prince Wobble, and he's doing a speed run of Nin seminar, and he's also trying to reach a stalemate to the war. And at the same time, he is building relationships, with the important figures on the ship. His ultimate goal is to get the eyes of the Kurta clan that are in possession of 4th Prince Saraidnik, which, I forgot about that. Saraidnik, his own sub-story about learning Nin. There is also another subplot with Melody, scheming with her newfound admirer to assassinate one of the princes, 7th Prince Loserus. And yeah, there is also the Hulkenberg stuff. That's its own thing. And each subplot is contributing to the story thread of the Succession War. And now we are going to leave all of the shenanigans of the war that is going on in the VIP tier and move to the lower tiers of the giant ship that is on its way to go to the Dark Continent. Oh yeah, remember the whole Dark Continent thing? Yeah, you forget about it, but okay, there's a lot of story going on the ride alone. As we go down to the lower tiers, we learn about the mafia. There are 3 mafia factions, mafia houses in the Kakin Empire. Each house has a main benefactor, a prince tied to them. And they don't seem like they're like their own prince that is the main benefactor of them. Anyway, the most important one is the Heil-ly family, led by Morena. Morena, yeah, this lovely lady that got her own volume cover. She got her own volume cover, which is weird. A few minutes ago, I just said that it makes sense that the actual Succession War should be like the main story of this arc, but yet there is a lot of focus on Morena, and she is like a very important antagonist to this arc. Basically, she wants to kill all of humanity. Isn't that lovely? We just got over her recruiting a specialist. 4 chapters. We got 4 chapters of the negotiation game of her just recruiting Borgson. And yeah, there you go. Another whole story thread that is going on in this ginormous arc. Yeah, this character is important, alright. Another plot thread in the ship is the Hisoka / Phantom Troupe stuff. The Phantom Troupe is looking for Hisoka, you know, to take him out. But it's not fair to say that that's their only objective. Like, the Phantom Troupe wanted to be on the ship either way, because, come on, it's a ship going to the Dark Continent, and there is a lot of riches within that ship, a lot of treasures within that ship, and the Phantom Troupe is going to do what the Phantom Troupe be doing. Wreak havoc. So they plan on stealing a couple of stuff, but also they want to take out Hisoka, you know, for revenge. And Hisoka at the time is just hanging out, you know, playing at the casino, and his objective is also to like face Kurolo, but yeah, it's pretty weird. Within the Phantom Troupe saga that is going on the ship, there is another subplot where the Phantom Troupe is doing work for the mafia. They're doing some bad stuff for the mafia. They want to go to war, helping the other 2 houses take out the Heil-ly house. And with all of that going on, hello, I am Yoshihiro Togashi. Let's put a stop to everything that is going on, to all of the story threads that are going on at the moment. You know, there is a lot of story. There is a ship going to the freaking Dark Continent. Let's put a stop to all of that. How about we know the origin of the Phantom Troupe? We go on a flashback to get a full Phantom Troupe backstory. Wow. It's an amazing, like, 3-chapter run. It's beautiful. But at the same time, yeah, I can see why this arc can be intimidating. I mean, with everything that I have mentioned, it still feels like there are some subplots that are missing. Like who is using silent majority? Like, are we going to get back to that? What is going on? A lot of new characters, a lot of storylines, and so much story to tell. The more the story goes on, the more of these plots get tied together. Recently, we got connected between Kurapika, the bodyguard stuff, and Beyond Netero's stuff. And the last chapter that dropped before the hiatus, we got first Prince Benjamin face to face with the Hunter Association. And the Phantom Troupe is on their way to the Heil-ly hideout, while also Kurolo is going to the top floor where the Succession War is going on. Imagine what will happen when all of these story threads actually clash together. Some dope stuff. You know, I obviously say that is a bit confusing, a bit intimidating, but I know that this is the style of Togashi, and I know that at the end it will pay off, because judging by all of the stuff that happened before in Hunter x Hunter with all the different arcs, the longer the arc, the more confusing it gets, but at the end it all pays off. That's why I have faith in this story. I'm just really excited and happy about it, because I with every new release more questions, more complication, and yeah, some stuff gets resolved while a million other door opens, but still at the same time, it is so captivating to read, and it's so captivating to come up with your own theories of what will happen next. If you are willing to come with me on that journey of exploring the world of Hunter x Hunter, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.